Yo guys, so I just found this really dope poll that that Vader Order just released on his YouTube channel. And it's pretty sick. So his original poll was, which droid would you want to be by your side? And then it's C3PO, R2D2, or KS20. So that's pretty sick. And it actually got me thinking. So, like, for example, let's say that you are in the Star Wars universe. Let's say that you're in the Star Wars universe, right? And let's say you get the choice to pick a specific type of droid. Which droid would you pick? So, like, obviously it would change depending on, like, what class you're in, or, like, what role or person you would be inside of the Star Wars galaxy. But so, like, if you're like a diplomat or a politician, it'd make more sense for you to be, or like a trader, like a merchant, like to have CP3O, because these guys in the comment section, they're actually making a really good point. Yeah, I get that C3PO is obnoxious, but people are underestimating his usefulness. He is an AI supercomputer that can speak over 6 billion languages. Like, that is a true fact. Like, C3PO would be pretty good. So if, like, you're like a merchant, a diplomat, like, I feel like that would be, you'd want to go C3PO route. Because, like, Leia had C3PO in episode 4, and obviously he got lost in the desert and abducted, and Luke got into Luke's hands, but yeah, and then there's other ones that people are interested in as well, like reprogramming the IG-11 from, like, the Mandalorian. I think that would be pretty cool. Like, a lot of these guys have pretty good stuff. I want a B1 battle droid. Ooh, see, that would be pretty cool too. Okay, so I just want to hear what you guys think in the comment section, but, like, these are some pretty cool stuff. But, like, okay, so what I was thinking, my crash course on it would be, so obviously, like, C3PO, that would be if you're like a diplomat or a trader, right? But, like, for someone, let's say, for example, like, you know, Anakin used R2D2 a lot. I would say R2D2 is actually pretty good. But, like, let's say mostly for, like, repairs, helping you out in the workshop, like, on, like, the lighter side. But, like, he is so unbelievably good at piloting. Like, he literally piloted. He literally flew the ship in Anakin in, like, episode 1, and, like, he basically, okay, so basically what I'm saying is R2D2 would probably be an insanely good pilot. So, like, if you don't know how to fly, or, like, you need someone to take over just in case, like, you get hurt in battle or something, I think R2D2 would be insanely good at a pilot. So let's say you're like a freight manager or something, where you're, like, I don't know, you have, like, a fighter ship, or you're just a mercenary. I'd feel like maybe R2D2 would fit more in that role. But, like, he can do light fighting. So, like, in episode, I think it's episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, where he lights those B1 battle droids on fire. I mean, that was pretty sick. And, like, but, like, obviously that was such a rare instance of him actually being successful in that regard. But it's interesting to think about. But let's think about, like, let's go to KS20. Yeah, no, K2SO. He's the he's the droid from Cassian, and like, from and around the time period of Cassian Andor. So, like, the movie Rogue One, he's in there, and then he's also in the series on Disney, Andor. That one's pretty good. I really like the way how he's portrayed, and I think he's, like, extremely strong. Like, if you want an in between, like, say, like, for me, for example, if I was in the Star Wars universe, I would like, if I would be able to choose, I would like to be a Jedi. But obviously, like, that's probably, like, what everyone wants to do. But let's say, for example, you don't get to choose how force sensitive you are, then I'd probably want to, like, go and start to become a bounty hunter in some aspect, after maybe being a Mandalorian. Let's say I'm not a Jedi. Let's say I'm not a Mandalorian, then I'll become a bounty hunter. Or, like, if I am a Mandalorian, you got to make money somehow, so you got to be a bounty hunter. But for the one I would pick is K2SO, because like I feel like he has like the flight ability, but also the ability to fight. Like that one time he took that grenade and tossed it, and then he also picked up a blaster and it was doing pretty good until he obviously met his demise. But I would definitely want that droid on my side. And he can also talk, so he's not, and he's a form of intelligent life. Like he's not like C-3PO, so he would be like a strong fighter, and he could pilot as well. So that's why I would pick him over R2-D2, because he can also talk. He can shoot normal blasters and stuff like that, and he could help me with bounty hunter missions. Let's say if I'm like in the thick of it. So like I'd rate him. I'd probably take him, but if I wasn't able to pick him, I'd probably pick R2-D2 second, and then maybe a different battle droid. But these guys in the comments, they're coming up with some really good. Yeah, but these guys in the comments, they really like R2-D2. There's some guys for Chopper. BD1, go exploring with me and we travel the world. Oh, I don't know if he's in the Jedi's gaming series with I forgot his name, but BB-8 isn't even a. Okay. Yeah, I don't think anyone's picking BB-8. It was kind of, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Wally? People like Wally? Yeah, people are upset about C-3PO. But like after I read the comments and I saw what people were saying about C-3PO, I'm like, oh my gosh, he actually might be a really good droid to have on your side. And so I just want to hear what you guys have to say, because I think this poll isn't done justice. I mean, it just came out today, so it's roaring up. I'm actually surprised how close it is, but a lot of people want K2SO. So right here, I'm going to put all the power levels that I think that the droids are at. Let me know if I do them justice, but I want to make sure. I think it's like this. So CP3O is the best for translating and market and like diplomat stuff. So he's going to obviously excel in this realm. And then K2SO, he's going to be more of your physical brute, but he can also do all these other odd jobs that C-3PO probably not, because I don't think C-3PO can fly. I think only K2SO can fly, fight, and he can hack into stuff. R2-D2 can also hack, but I don't know if he's as competent. He obviously can't blend in at like an Imperial center, so or an Imperial base, so you probably get that away with K2SO. But like, yeah, he's a brute. He's a fighter. He's like a fighter. He's really hard to kill, and he can also pilot ships. So like he's like a pretty good choice. Like I picked him for like bounty hunting if I was to go down that route. And then R2-D2, I would say he is probably the strongest in the flight aviation, that sort of category. So like piloting, like any kind of thing he can just diagnose. Like Anakin had him on Revenge of the Sith. He just threw him on that big galactic cruiser. The droid cruiser is like, he's not programmed to fly that, but guess what? He's just that good. Like, that's insane. It's like, just like throw a droid on something, he just like understands the schematic. It's extremely impressive, and I don't think anyone can beat R2 in the sort of flight, or just that kind of droid in the sort of like flight and reconnaissance or aviation type of thing. So I'd definitely pick him if I was going to be like a pilot or more towards that route. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think R2 can fight a little bit though. I think R2 can fight, because in the Revenge of the Sith you saw him fighting, and also in Attack of the Clones I think there was some fighting as well. So yeah, just let me know guys. It's really freaking cool. I like this poll a lot. W for Vader Order. That is such a W. It's pretty interesting. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Just like think about that. Okay, so I guess the question, a takeaway is, if you are in the Star Wars universe, which droid would you want to have with you? Like, what would be your companion? What would help you out and everything like that? Not counting any people, just droids. So all the droids in the Star Wars galaxy, I guess they're on him. I guess they have to fit in a ship, like a human size, like freighter thing. So it's got to be reasonable. It can't just be like this ginormous AI like ship or something like that. Just reasonable. So like, I don't know, a little bit bigger than C-3PO, I guess. I don't know, something like that. But just like think about that. Like, oh man, it would be just so dope. So guys, just let me know what you have to say and think in the comment section below. Thank you so much. Peace.